very red. The kind of the misnomer is these things called harmful algal blooms happen all over the world. And as you can see, like, these are different species of plankton, and they have more of a red color. So how it got termed red tide is that some of the species really look red, and when they bloom, it really looks like there's been blood spilled on the ocean. It's that impressive. But ours, as you can see, is really more like a pukey green kind of color. And you can see as it thickens, again, these are microscopic, and they have the ability, because they have a flagella, so they have the ability to actively swim to the surface where they photosynthesize. In the dark cycle, or at night, they don't spend the energy to stay at the surface, so they sink to the bottom. And just like, why waste the energy? They're, again, people think because they're microscopic, I don't want to call them smart because that kind of anthropomorphizes it, but they're smart. The routes of exposure would be ingestion, inhalation, and then the third one would be topical. And we've had reports of surfers surfing during a red tide and their eyes and their lips swelling up to the point where they can barely see, but the waves were really good, so they didn't quit surfing. If there's any kind of surf at all and there's an onshore wind, again, the aerosols, we are all really good sentinels of that, the aerosols, and you will, I'll pick on Siesta Key Beach for a minute, you will open your car door at the parking lot and go, all right? So you may know it actually before you even get to the beach, if you know that that's a symptom of Florida red tide.
I mean, there were some times actually where we would be at the beach, you know, and it's just like we just want to stay there, but we couldn't, just because, especially during the summer, it's just like so hot, and then just like when you're coughing, and it just gets worse like the longer you're there. And you know, and it's crazy though, because like instantly when you leave the beach, then it's like it goes away.
The symptoms of red tide can, at least the spectrum of symptoms can be varied from person to person. For people that don't have underlying chronic lung disease such as asthma or emphysema or what they call COPD, the treatment is very simple. It's simply moving them away from the exposed area and supporting them symptomatically until the symptoms resolve, which is usually fairly quick. For those people that have underlying lung disease, asthma, COPD, you treat them as you would typically for any asthma exacerbation with inhaled medication, sometimes oral medication, or in severe cases, IV medication.